5,000 years ago, along the banks of the Nile, people would wake before dawn and watch the eastern horizon for a single star, the brightest star in the sky, Sirius. It had been missing for 70 days, hidden below the horizon, like something buried and transforming in the dark. And then one morning, just before sunrise, there it was. And every single time it returned, the Nile flooded. Now here is the thing about that flood. It was not gentle. It destroyed the old banks. It submerged the last season feeds. Everything familiar went underwater. But in the same exact water, in the same motion, it deposited the richest, blackest soil on earth. The soil that fed the entire civilization for the next year. Egyptians did not see destruction and creation as two separate events. They saw one flood. That star rising again right now. The lemniscate portal is open. Sirius is making its annual return while the sun moves through Leo, its home sign, building toward the peak of this portal on 8th August. And in most years, that is beautiful on its own. But this is not a normal year. Just over a week ago, as this gate was beginning to open, the lunar nodes, the compass points of collective destiny, shifted to the Aquarius-Leo axis for the first time since 2007. The last 3 times this happened, the Berlin Wall fell, the World Wide Web was born, and Bitcoin appeared. And on August 12th, on the exact day this portal closes, a total solar eclipse in Leo will seal whatever we set in motion during this window. You are inside the window right now. The peak has not happened yet. You are early, and that is good. So the fire is louder than usual. Leo is amplified, and at the very same time, the sky is asking us to release wherever that fire has become performance instead of truth. That sounds like a contradiction. Turn it up and let it go? But it is not. It is exactly what the Nile did. The flood didn't choose between destruction and creation. It did both. In the same water, in the same motion. In tarot, the 8th card is called Strength, and it does not show a warrior. It shows a woman gently closing the mouth of a lion, with an infinity symbol floating above her head. She does not fight the lion. She doesn't worship it either. She just sits with it, steadily, endlessly, and in the sitting, the fire becomes something she can work with instead of something that burns her. That is your posture for the next 30 minutes. Not choosing between the fire and the release. Sitting in the middle, where they are the same thing. There is a phrase we come back to often here in these live meditations. You are the lightning rod in the garden. Right now, the garden is flooded with Nile water. The lightning rod does not run from it. It stands in the middle of it. receives the charge and lets it pass into the earth, where it becomes something that feeds what is growing. So let us begin. Go ahead and get comfortable in your seat. If you are against a wall or a chair back, let it hold your weight. But see if you can keep the crown of your head lifting gently upward, as though a silk thread were running from the very top of your skull to the ceiling. Hands can rest open on your knees. Palms up if you would like to receive, palms down if you would like to feel steadied. Either is right. During this portal, you might find one palm turns up and others turn down. That is fine too. That is the lemniscate already working in your body, receiving on one side, grounding on the other. Let your eyes close or just soften your gaze downward, unfocused, toward the floor in front of you. Take one breath in through the nose, nice and easy, and sigh it out through the mouth. Relaxing your body, dropping your shoulders as you exhale. One more like that. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now let your breath return to normal through the nose. Just watch it for a moment, not changing it, just noticing it. It may be high in the chest or in the belly. Just notice. Do not change. Breathe normally. We are going to use a breath pattern that matches the shape of this portal. Breathe in slowly through the nose for a count of 4. 2, 3, 4, and at the top hold gently for a count of 3. Not with strain, just with stillness. A vessel briefly full. 2, 3, and let it go slowly through the mouth for a count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let us do this 2 more times together at your own pace. In, hold, exhale. In, hold, exhale. Now I want to introduce something for this portal specifically. Picture the number 8 or better, picture it on its side. The infinity symbol, the lemniscate, 2 two loops flowing into each other, crossing at a single point in the middle. We are going to breathe along that shape. As you breathe in, imagine energy rising up from your belly, through your heart, up to the crown of your head, the top loop of the head. And as you breathe out, imagine it flowing from the crown back down through the heart, to the belly, into the earth beneath you, the bottom loop. In and up, out and down, crossing through the heart each time. The heart is the center point where the two loops meet. Let us try it. Breathe in. Feel the energy rise from the belly, through the heart, to the crown. Now breathe out. Feel it descend from crown, through heart, into the earth. Again in and up. Out and down. Do 3 more at your own pace. Let the breath draw that figure 8 through you. Sky to earth, earth to sky, always crossing through the heart. Now, let your breath return to normal and let us climb through the body, one step at a time. We will start from the feet or wherever your body meets the chair. Feel the actual weight of you resting on something solid. This is the earth side of your lemniscate. This is the base of the lightning rod. Move up into your belly, the solar plexus, your personal fire, Leo's territory. This fire is amplified right now, doubled even, by the sun at its peak in its own sign, and by Sirius blazing alongside it. Feel whatever is there. It might be warm, tight, buzzing, still. Don't judge it, just notice it. This is your fire. Now, up into your chest, your heart space, the crossing point of the 8, the place where I meets V, the place where Leo's fire either stays personal or begins to pour outward. Breathe into it gently. Feel the sensations in the heart. It may be warm, it may be cold, it may be nothing at all. Now, move your attention up into your throat. Here, the fire becomes voice. Here, what is inside you meets the world. And this is where pouring begins. Let it soften. Now bring your attention up to the crown of your head. Imagine it opening, like a lid lifting, like a bird unfurling. This is the sky side of your lemniscate. This is where you receive. Now, in your mind's eye, I want you to picture two things at once. And this is the heart of this practice. Above you, imagine a star. Not the sun, something further. A piercing blue, white point of light, like the star Sirius itself. The star the Egyptians watched for. The one that had been hidden for 70 days and has just returned. Imagine that starlight pouring down into you through the crown of your head, the way Nile water once poured over the old banks, covering everything, not gently, with force, with intention. And as that light floods downward through you, through your throat, your heart, your belly, let it do what the Nile did. Let it wash over whatever is not real. Let it wash over the costume you have been wearing. Let it wash over the performance you were performing. Let it wash over the version of you that learned to shine in someone else's approved shape. Feel the starlight flood moving through you. And now, here is the part most people miss about the Nile. After the flood, after the old banks were submerged, something was left behind. Rich, black, impossibly fertile silt. The very thing the civilization was built on. The destruction and the creation for the same water. So, as you sit here, feel what is left behind in you after the flood has moved through. Not the costume, not the performance. What is underneath it? The fire that is actually yours. Not loud, not performing, just real. Feel where it sits in your body. It might be quieter than you expected. It might be warmer. It might feel like relief. Feel it. This is the strength card's posture. You're not fighting the lion. You're not worshipping it either. You're just sitting with it, hand on its mouth, steadily and discovering It's a fire you were afraid of, the one you thought you had to either perform or suppress. It's actually something you can simply be with, no audience needed. Now, before we move on, I want to bring in a thread from the week this gate opened. The nodal ship landed during Guru Purnima, the Vedic festival of the teacher. And so, while you are sitting with this quieter, truer fire, let a face arrive. Someone who taught you something real, a teacher, a mentor, a parent, a stranger who said the right sentence at the right time. Even a version of yourself from a harder year who somehow kept going. Before the Nile can pour forward, we have to acknowledge what was poured into us. Silently thank them. You don't need eloquence. Thank you for what you gave me is enough. Now, let us do the releasing work. The South Node is in Leo for the next 20 months. So this is not a deadline, it is a beginning. But the lemniscate is the forge, and the forge is hot right now. Think of one way you have been performing your fire, one habit of shining for approval instead of truth. It might be something obvious. It might be something so subtle you have never named it before. Just let it surface. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, silently say to that pattern, I see you. Thank you for protecting me. I don't need you the same way anymore. And with the exhale, imagine the starlit flood, the Nile water, carrying it away. Not violently, just the way a river carries a leaf, gone, downstream, dissolved. And now, breathe in what the flood left behind. Not a new performance. Not a louder version, just the real thing, the fire that is yours when no one is watching, the belonging that doesn't need applause, the you that exists when the stage lights go off and you're still standing there and you realize, I'm still here, I'm still warm, I am enough. This is the North Node in Aquarius arriving. Not a concept, a feeling. Breathe it in. I am enough. Sit in that for a moment, just breathing normally. The two loops of the lemniscate are flowing through you, deceiving from above, grounding into the earth below, crossing through the heart each time. You are the vessel between them. You are the lightning rod in the garden. You are the woman with her hand on the lion's mouth. and the lemniscate is turning slowly above your head. On 12th August, a total solar eclipse in Leo will close this gate and seal whatever you have set in motion. You don't need to do anything about that right now. Just know what you have planted in this silence has roots now. The eclipses will water them. And when you're ready, no rush. Start to bring gentle movement back into your fingers and toes. Roll your shoulders once. If that feels good, let your breath deepen slightly. And when it feels light, let your eyes open softly to the room around you. Welcome back. Take a deep breath in and just notice what is still moving in your body. You might feel very still, almost heavy. That is the parasympathetic system settling in after what was, honestly, a pretty intense session. That stillness is real. Let it be. You might feel heat, especially in the belly or the chest. That is the Leo fire reorganized, finding its new shape. You might feel emotional if the flood visualization moved something in you, or if the face that arrived during the gratitude part surprised you. Let that be tender. That is not a malfunction. That is the silt being deposited. And some of you might have felt the paradox physically, the amplification and the release happening at the same time, and discovering they didn't fight each other. If that is what happened, you have just experienced the middle path, not as a philosophy, as a felt sensation in your body. That is real. Remember how it felt. Here is what I want you to carry out of this session. The Lion's Gate closes on August 12th, the same day as a total solar eclipse in Leo. Between now and then, the forge is still hot. So come back to this video. Do this meditation again and again, as many times as possible, especially on 8/8 peak and the night before the eclipse. Each time something different will surface because you will be different. The breath will land the same way, but the flood will find new rooms. Whatever came up for you in the releasing section, that performed pattern, watch for it this week. Not to fight it, just to notice it, the way The woman in strength card notices the loin. Gently, steadily, with your hand on its mouth, instead of running it or feeding it. Applause. And honestly, this meditation does not expire on August 12. The South Node will be in Leo through March 2028. Anytime over the next 20 months that you feel the old performance creeping back, the proving, the shining for applause, come back, sit down, press play, and let the Nile run through you again. The forge cools and reheats. That is what forges do. I would love to know where you landed. Drop a single word in the comments for what your body feels like right now. Warm, still, tingly, heavy, open, whatever it is. If a teacher face came to you, drop a namaskar. You don't have to say who. And last, if you felt the paradox, the amplification and the release as one motion instead of two, drop an infinity symbol in the comments. I want to know how many of you find the middle of the 8. Thank you for standing in the flood instead of running from it. Thank you for sitting with the loin instead of performing for it. Remember, you are the lightning rod in the garden. You do not create the fire. You do not perform it. You stand in the middle of it. Receive it and let it pass through you into the earth, where it becomes something that feeds what is growing. Happy lemniscate. The eclipse is coming. You are ready. Take care of yourselves.